Hello and welcome to this video. My name's Gaynor from FitFish and I'm going to be talking today about giving your body a break from food so that you can be healthier. Now, I often get asked my opinion on fasting, and in our Healthy, Whole and Free Forever program at the moment, which is the course, the membership program that runs after the Healthy, Whole and Free course, we've been looking at intermittent fasting in some depth, and I wanted to share some of those things with you today. So intermittent fasting can offer real benefits for your body, your spirit and your soul, but I want to be clear that this is different to spiritual fasting. This is intermittent fasting where we're looking mainly at the benefits for our body and brain, but of course when we're looking after our body and brain more, that impacts our spiritual life too. So intermittent fasting is a pattern of eating between periods of not eating, where you switch between eating and not eating. And this could take something like the 5-2 format, which you might have heard of, where you eat normally for 5 days and then you fast for 2 days. But often with the 5-2 fast, those fasting days are often where you eat, say, 400 or 500 calories. Or you might have heard of 16-8, which is where you fit all your eating into 8 hours a day and you have a break from food for 16 hours a day. Or you might have heard of Eat, Stop, Eat, where it's a bit more random, a bit more sporadic, depends what you've got going on, but you might eat normally for a few days and then stop for 24 hours, then eat normally for a week, then stop for 30 hours, something like that. Now, I would only advise exploring intermittent fasting if you're in a good place with food, if you're feeling free, if you're not limited by any kind of dieting mentalities, if you're not governed by that, if you're not thinking about food all the time. So if you're free, you eat relatively healthily most of the time, but you don't beat yourself up if you don't, and you've got freedom in that area, then it might be your next step. It might be something that you consider. But I also would not recommend it if you're pregnant, if you're trying to get pregnant, or you're breastfeeding. And if you ever experience any ill effects from fasting, then you must stop. So the benefits, well, it's still under a lot of research. There's been lots of trials, but some of those still only on animals, and it's yet to have the element of research that would bring it into the public domain. But it has been talked about a lot, and you might have seen programs like 5-2 with Michael Mosley and the books that he's written. But all the research that's been done points to it being really good for us and for causing our body to do things that are really good for us. So it points towards perhaps lowering blood sugars, reducing inflammation in our cells, which is bad for us in many ways, getting rid of free radicals, so those things we pick up in the atmosphere around us and the things that we consume. It goes towards improving your insulin response, so it can reduce insulin resistance, it can help to repair your cells, it might prevent cancer, it might prevent the intenseness and the seriousness of Alzheimer's. It might help if we have to have chemotherapy and our body's response to that. It could help our brain function, it could help our lifespan, and it could help to reduce body fat. So there's loads and loads of benefits, and a little bit of a warning sign should go off if you just are interested in this to reduce body fat, because it is good for weight loss, but really if you're living a balanced life, you should want it for all the other health benefits as well. But having said that, it has been shown to reduce fat around your waist area, which is very important because that can be more dangerous for us. So how do we do it? Well, I tried 5-2 a good few years ago when I was wondering whether we should recommend it to be included in your Plate of Plenty, which is the personalised healthy eating plan that FitFish has developed. And I found for me that doing the 5-2 made me think too much about food on the days I was fasting, and also go a little bit crazy on the 5 days when I wasn't, and perhaps eat things I wouldn't do normally. But the idea is on those 5 days you eat completely healthily and normally and balanced, but I wasn't doing that. And I've also found that having those 400 to 500 calories a day on the 2 days made me have to weigh things like spinach and celery, which I just felt unnatural, and it felt as if it might feed some behaviors that I'd had before FitFish, where I would binge eat, overeat, think about food too much. So for me, 5-2 didn't work. The other kind of stop, go, stop, for me, I would find that too hard, I think, and I get too hungry. But I find that 16-8 can work really, really well, and it can fit into lifestyle. And it doesn't have to be 16-8. It could be 14-10. It could be 12-12. If you just start by giving your body a little bit more of a break from eating that it's had before. For me, 16-8 doesn't quite work. It's 14-10, because I don't want my son to see me skipping meals or sat with him, he's eating and I'm not. So for me, a more balanced way of doing it is 14-10. So are you a breakfast person normally, or actually are you quite happy to miss breakfast and go till 10, 11, 12 o'clock? So for you, you could eat a bit later in the evening, but you could have that gap in the morning. Or do you eat quite early? Do you have children and perhaps you eat at 4:30, 5, 5:30, and could that be your break? So it's a lot easier and more flexible to fit into your life, but only do it if it's just really easy and natural for you. Don't let it become a rule or a restraint, because that's what we want to get away from. If it's easy and natural, go for it, do it, give it a go. You don't have to do it all the time at all. Even if you did it once every now and again, it would do your body good. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts, so do type them in the comments, but please don't do this if you haven't got freedom in this area already. Okay, lovely to have you on here, and thank you for listening or for reading the blog. I just wanted to mention a couple of things. Our FitFish shop has opened, so you can find that on our website, and we're selling some t-shirts and hoodies in lots of great colours. And also our book club, our FitFish book club, will start again soon, and we'll be reading Digging for Diamonds by Kathy Madavan. And you can find our book club on Facebook by just searching for FitFish Book Club, and we'd love for you to come and join us there. Okay, take care, see you all soon. Give me a like and type in the comments any thoughts that you have and whether you might try intermittent fasting. Take care, see you soon, bye.